Hello, dear participants. I would like to welcome you in this 5-week awareness program for inclusive education with a quote by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, which goes, "Teaching is a very noble profession that shapes the character, caliber, and future of an individual." As this quote suggests, teachers are entrusted with the role of developing a positive understanding of themselves and others to educate children not only with academic skills but also to develop social skills. With timely interactions, teachers provide students with better understanding and more awareness of the subject. While teachers impart knowledge to students, one of their primary abilities is to identify the problems of students. Only the teacher has the ability to understand the problems of students and they can provide the proper solution. And if the teacher is well trained and skill based, they can provide better solution. So, in general education, a child learns various aspects and subject at different levels in different courses. While the concept of general education is limited in its essence, inclusive education promotes equal opportunity in education for all. And as we are aware that the quest to ensure that students achieve decent learning outcomes and acquire values and skills that help them to play a positive role in their societies is because of the proficient teachers. A teacher's expertise is an important factor in determining student achievement. Only a committed or devoted individual who is competent and creative will excel as a proficient teacher. Teachers must realize the new challenges and be willing to face the new requirements for the promotion of quality education. Keeping this in mind, the Inclusive Education Awareness Program has been designed to help teachers to understand the concept of children with special needs and how inclusive education helps teachers to identify those needs and focus on ways to interact accordingly. Inclusive education focuses on including and bringing together students with learning and physical challenges with the rest of the students. In present time, the importance of inclusive education is increasing. As per Census 2011, there are an estimated 80 million children still out of school in India. India has 20.42 lakh disabled children aged between 0 to 6 years. Around 71% of them, means 14.52 lakh children, are in rural areas. There are 5.9 lakh disabled children in cities. So, it is very important to encourage disabled children to move on the path of success through inclusive education. So, with Module 1, you will be able to state the meaning of the term inclusive education, understand the relevance of integrated education, the difference between the disability and handicap and the construct of inclusive education. And with Module 2, you will be able to understand the history of inclusive education from the perspective of global scenario and Indian scenario. You will be able to describe the historical development of education services for the disabled children. And you will be able to describe the national and government policies and provisions of children with special needs. Then Module 3 will help you recognize the needs of children with special needs, assess the need for inclusion among children with special needs, and become aware of factors vital for the success of inclusive education. So, basically, Module 3 teaches how to understand the inclusive practices and its relation to good teaching. After that, Module 4 teaches you to understand various aspects of universal design for learning in inclusive education, the attitudinal, social, psychological, and infrastructural barriers and facilitators of inclusive education. And lastly, with Module 5, you will be able to understand about different strategies useful in teaching learning process in inclusive classroom and the benefits of peer tutoring and ICT in inclusive classroom, and you will be able to understand the concept of individualized educational plan and the strategies of cooperative learning in implementing inclusive education. So, this is all that you will learn throughout the 5 weeks, but let's now see the structure of the program. This program will take place on the Google Classroom platform. So, in the first week of the program, a questionnaire will be uploaded to map the knowledge of the participants on the subject of inclusive education. Thereafter, from the second week, recorded video lecture links will be uploaded on Google Classroom platform. There will be 2 hours recorded video lecture for every week and some reference material that you can attempt according to your time. At the end of the week, a Google form will be uploaded consisting of 10 MCQs. It is compulsory for all participants to fill it at a given time, and this process will continue for 5 weeks. And the final week will have a post assessment to understand the effectiveness of the program. I hope this program provides knowledge to you about the concept of inclusive education and the needs of children with special needs. Thank you. Hope to interact with you soon.